Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. If you've been following along throughout the year, you know that we've gone through the first 6 chakras. In the Bihar tradition, the practitioner starts with the 6th chakra so that we have additional insight into experiences that may happen as we work our way through the other chakras. For the next few classes, we're going to do integrative practices that culminate in working with the Ajna chakra, the 6th chakra, one more time. We're not going to do anything new. However, hopefully we are bringing to practice enhanced concentration, enhanced focus, awareness, and intensity. All right. Find your seat. Take yourself through the steps that we usually take to prepare for practice. So you want to feel a sense of strength and stability. Another way I might phrase this for today is whatever the inverse of worry is, find a sense of the opposite of worry. So whether that might feel like certainty or calm, acceptance, and next, often I talk about finding that connection to our desire to evolve, our desire to be superhuman, greater than what we may experience in our day-to-day life. And for today's practice, I might use another term, which is connection, a connection beyond the physical plane. And last but not least, we can work with our breath, noticing the breath, using that focus on the breath to have a sense of observation, a sense of being aware as opposed to reacting. Notice, notice, notice. Neutrally pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. This neutral observational mind is associated with Ajna chakra, with the 6th chakra. All right, great. Let's take our hands. We'll use the Kundalini Chanta, Adi mantra to tune in. However, having any ritualistic chant or word that allows you to step into a place of being better able to meditate, use whatever works for you. Om Deep inhale. Contract the muscles of the pelvic floor as though you're trying to compress the first chakra and thereby move energy in the spinal passage. Feel that your navel contracts as well. There's a scooping in the low belly, also applying pressure to the second and third nerve plexi associated with the second and third chakra, and feel as though that compression moves energy up through the spinal passage to the center of the head. Great, release. Since we're going to be working with this sort of beyond physicality plane, the sixth chakra today, let's do a little bit of grounding in our physical body first, and also I forgot what I was going to say. Okay. Come up. We're going to come up to standing. All right. So Tadasana. And as you come into Tadasana, take a little time to feel that sense of connectedness, grounding in the feet. Connectedness through the crown of the head. And now, just as we did before, take your mental focus, make it aware, and be aware of the spot where the thumbs are at the center of your chest. If you're good with images, work with the image of Anahata chakra, the fourth chakra, a 12-sided blue flower with two bisecting triangles like a Star of David in the center. Take a few breaths, and with each breath, either mentally or out loud, say yum, 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 yum. Really try and hold your focus and attention here at the center of the chest. And let's do a little breath of fire. Keep going and use your mind like it is as powerful, as strong, and as focused as a laser beam. Focus the attention either where your thumbs are at the front of your chest, or if you can find the spot inside your spinal column directly behind that, associated with Anahata. Just a tiny bit longer. So split your awareness into downward activation through your feet, upward activation through the top back of the head, and through the focus on the chakra. Great, deep inhale. As you're inhaling, compress the muscles of the pelvic floor. Feel as though they're drawing in and up. Compress the low belly, compress the navel area. Feel that that compression is squeezing energy from the lower three chakras into the spinal passageway and up into the center of your head. Each time we do Mulband, you may want to take your tongue and press it into the roof of the mouth. Eyes can gaze up. Great. Continue to maintain that sense of connection through the feet. Reach your arms up. Be strong in your navel so there's no compression in the low back, and lift so that you feel like you can focus at your throat. The visualization for the throat chakra is a 16-petal purple flower with a drop of a nectar in the center of it, a drop of nectar associated with longevity. And let's take our thumbs up into ego buster position and breath of fire. Strong mental focus at the throat. Great deep inhale as you squeeze Mul Bandh. Thumb tips come together overhead. Compress first, second, and third chakras so that you redirect energy into the spinal passage. Tongue presses up. Eyes look up. Great. Exhale. Oop, release the arms down. And let's do that again. So we'll move more quickly this time. Hands at the heart. Visualize, have a sense of the heart chakra. Inhale, reach up. Visualize, have a sense of the throat chakra. Exhale, fold over. Let's stay here. Bring your attention to your sacrum at the low back. The next time you inhale, we'll do Vajroli Mudra. So inhale, squeeze the urinary tract. Feel that energy draw from the pubic bone area to the center of your sacrum. And then feel that energy move up the spine. Relax the breath. Let's do that again. So as you inhale, squeeze the urinary tract like you're drawing the muscles from the outside of the body towards the inside, like you're lifting your urinary tract deeper into your body. Feel it come back, pierce the sacrum, and then flow up the spinal passage. And a third and final time. Inhale. Lift up on Vajroli Mudra, drawing energy in and up. Feel it pierce the sacrum and then move through the spinal passage in the spine to the center of the head. Great. Bring your body parallel to the floor. Use the strength of your belly, your core, to hold yourself there for a few breaths. Great. Step the right foot back. Come into a low lunge. We'll begin by working with the muscles of the front of the thigh. So depending on how tight that muscle is for you, you may be up quite high away from the floor. You just want to position yourself so you feel it in the front of your thigh. You want your body's going to naturally try and splay open to avoid stretching that area. You want to anticipate and reverse that, moving the thighs, moving the legs, rotating them in towards each other, and then use the strength of first and second chakra of Mul Bandh to keep the low back stable, and then find where your stretch point is for the front of the thigh. Great. Come up out of that, so come higher away from the floor. And we're going to see if there's any possibility of lifting that back foot up and catching hold of it somewhere, anywhere. The hands can be in any position that works for you. So inside of the ankle, outside of the ankle, or even wrapped around the top of the foot. Whatever position you're in, see if you can arrange your body so it's more facing forward. And then let's find where the position is that you can expand that sensation deeper, higher up into your body as you move into the stretch. And eventually, we're going to find ourselves in a position where we're gazing upwards. You can take your eyes into Shambhavi Mudra, focus at Ajna chakra. Focus at the spot in between the eyebrows, and let's do breath of fire. Ajna chakra looks like that little, the snitch in Quidditch in Harry Potter. It's a little tiny round ball with silver wings on either side and the Om symbol in the center. Wonderful, deep inhale. Use the contraction of the pelvic floor to redirect energy into the spinal passage and pull it up. Feel it come up to the eyebrow center and release. Ooh, nice. Okay, good. Step back into dog, or if you're on your knees, into half dog. Feel that sense of grounding in your feet and your hands. Bring your focus to your throat, remembering that Vishuddhi chakra, 16 petaled deep purple flower with that drip of amrit, of nectar in the center. Go ahead and do a breath of fire as you focus there. For those of you who are familiar with working with Jalandhara Bandha, see if there are ways to adjust your alignment so that you feel like you're in a slight Jalandhara Bandha here. Breathe out. Draw the navel point as firmly back towards your spine as you can. Visualize a tiny little sun at your navel point. Slide down into your belly with the breath held out. Anchor yourself through your pubic bone in the front of the body and peel yourself up away from the floor into whatever variation of a baby cobra you can come into. Feel your pubic bone pressing firmly into the ground. Either keep your attention there, or if it's easy for you and you can find the spot in your sacrum directly up from your pubic bone, directly like through your body towards the sky in your sacrum, then focus there and then begin breath of fire. And I will inhale, using Mulban to compress the first, second, third chakras and to draw energy into this spinal passage. If you can arch yourself up further, do so. Tongue mudra, eye mudra. Compress Mulban even more, like you're able to pump more energy into the spine. Great, roll down. Either using your knees or just your feet. Go ahead and come up into down dog one more time. Remembering the throat chakra here. Maybe use a little ujjayi as you focus at the throat. Next inhale, let's step the right foot forward and we'll do that high lunge on the front of the thigh, getting the left leg. And then if it's an option, see if you can move a little bit more into the muscles that pass over the hip socket. So that will mean bending at the knee and holding in whatever way you can with the strap, even just holding it up in the air. And let's start to get into a fuller stretch of the front of the body, from the thigh across the hip, possibly into the low belly. And then as you can find your way, start to feel that arch moving into the upper back, into the neck, until the focus is the eyes gazing upwards. You could even use some Shambhavi Mudra here with your eyes slightly open, gazing towards your own eyebrows, to the spot between your eyebrows, breath of fire. Great deep inhale. Use Mulban to compress first, second, third chakra. Move that energy into the spine. Take it all the way up into the center of the head, perhaps the crown of the head. Release. Step the left foot forward. Fold over. Coming back to the sacrum. Svadhisthana. Inhale as you come up, coming to the throat, Vishuddhi chakra. Hands to the center of the chest, Anahata. Let's do one round on each side, moving quickly, moving with the breath, and you do to the best of your ability. Take your attention to each of the chakras as we move through them. If there's any sort of visualization that works for you with those chakras, use that visualization. And here's an idea you can play with. Rather than seeing the chakras as a lotus, perhaps you can see it as an atomic, as an atom with different numbers of electrons spinning around in their orbits. All right, so here we are, Anahata. Inhale, Vishuddhi. Exhale, Svadhisthana in the sacrum. Inhale, eyebrow center. Exhale, down dog, focus comes to the throat. Hold the breath out, squeeze the navel to the spine, focus at the navel as you drop down. Focus at the pubic bone as you inhale, squeeze Mulban, arch yourself up. As you exhale, the focus flows to the throat. Inhale,
as you step the right foot forward and the focus is drawn to the brow point. Exhale, fold as the focus comes back to the sacrum, Svadhisthana. Inhale, Vishuddhi at the throat. Exhale, Anahata at the heart. From Anahata, inhale up to Vishuddhi at the throat. Exhale, fold. Focus slides down the spine to the sacrum, Svadhisthana. Inhale, arch all the way up, focusing at the brow. Exhale as you step back to dog and the focus slides to the throat. Squeeze the navel point. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, focus at the pubic bone as you come into cobra. Exhale, dog. Focus at the throat. Left foot forward. Lunge. Focus at Ajna. Perhaps see Ajna chakra. Exhale, fold. Sacrum. Inhale, Vishuddhi, throat. Exhale, Anahata, heart.
Wonderful. All right. Let's just do one more of my most favorite warm-ups, since we will be doing a longer sitting today. Go ahead and take the right leg out. Take the left leg across it. Hold on to your ankle with your right hand, and then start to move your knee up and down. Get the maximum range of motion. So there should be absolutely no pain in your knee. And as you get to the highest up spot, maybe it can come a little bit higher. When you get the absolute lowest spot, maybe it can get a little bit lower. Great, and then bring your knee up, put your foot on the floor, slide your heel a little bit towards your body, and then slide the leg out straight. So just taking care of the knee, making sure the kneecap aligns in its groove by coming out of it that way. All right, left leg out straight, cross the right foot over. Let the knee fall out to the side. Hold on, stabilize your foot with your left hand, and let's find that range of motion. Great, knee comes up, plant the foot, tug that heel back towards your body just a little bit, and then slide it out straight. Great. Good. All right. Next, we're going to work with a visualization pranayama. In an ideal world, you would be sitting in Siddhasana. So heel at the perineum. Bringing your attention clearly to your first chakra. And then the other foot can be in whatever position allows you to maintain this comfortably. All right, so eyes closed. Come down to where your body is resting on your heel. If your knees don't bend that way, you can always use just like a rolled up sock, just like when you tuck your sock into itself so it's a nice little ball. You can use something like that to apply pressure to Mula Bandha. Just as we did at the beginning of class or when we first came into standing, get a sense of being anchored from that connection, from that awareness to the first chakra. The first chakra in yogic literature is a four-sided petaled flower. Each of the petals is a very dark crimson color. In the center, there's a yellow square, symbolizing the solid, grounded nature of the earth. Doing your best to develop awareness of this part of your body. Just as as an infant, we learned how to be aware of our fingers and associate attention and movement with those spots. We're developing our ability to find where the energy channels are in our body. Staying down at the first chakra for a little bit longer, let's chant Lam. 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 Each time you chant, do a light contraction of Mula Bandha. Lam. 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 Great, relax. And now all of the energy that you use for worry, go ahead and now disconnect your maintenance of that worry, of your stressors. Disconnect the energy that you put into those and redirect it into the contraction of Mula Bandha right now as you take that energy and use it to move up your spine. So here we go. Deep inhale, contract Mula Bandha, draw all the power, all of the energy that you use for stress, for remembering the bad things that happened to you. Redirect, 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 let go of it, pull it into the spine, squeeze Mula Bandha. Lengthen through your spine, light neck lock. Good, relax. Move up to the sacrum. If you like, go ahead and take your hands and press a spot in your sacrum. Six-sided six-petaled red flower with a crescent moon hanging at the bottom, full of fluid of water, the expanse of ocean out in front of it, and a new moon sky above, all representing the unconscious. Any part of that that you can visualize, do so. Otherwise, just use the tactile physical pressure of pressing at that spot as we now chant Vam, 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 Vam. Keep going, and each time that you chant, lightly pull Mula Bandha. Feel as though you are disconnecting all of the desires, cravings, all of the things that you think will make you complete or happy that are outside of yourself. Pull the energy away from those beliefs. Draw them into Svadhisthana. Prepare to take them up the spinal column. Vam, 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 Vam. And now we'll do a deep inhale. Contracting the muscles of Mula Bandha. Feel as though you are squeezing first chakra, second chakra, taking that energy that we are going to redirect, pull it into the spinal column, draw it up, use the tongue, use the eye mudra. Great, and release. Come up to the navel point. If it's easy for you to find that spot, you don't need to, but if you like, you can use hands to press that spot behind, directly behind the navel and the spine as we chant Ram, 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 ram. If the traditional imagery helps you, 10-petaled, bright yellow flower is bright like the sun. In the center there's a red triangle with the tip down that represents the fiery component of this part of our body. Ram, 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 ram. Deep inhale. As you squeeze the muscles of the pelvic floor, of the low belly, of the navel, feel as though you're redirecting energy away from those things that you no longer need to fuel, and put that into your spinal column. Great release. Center of the chest. If you need, you can put your fingers directly behind the center of your chest and your spine to help you develop proprioception. 12-petaled deep blue flower with 2 bisecting triangles like a Star of David. And here we'll chant yum, 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 yum. In just a moment we'll end. If you have worked with Mahabandha in the past, for the next 3 chakras we're going to use Mahabandha. Otherwise, do the exact same practice that we've been doing with Mulbandh. So deep inhale. As you exhale, apply pressure, compress first chakra, second chakra, third chakra. Redirect all of the energy there that fuels things that are no longer benefiting us. Redirect, redirect, draw that into the spinal column, feel it move up and pierce the heart. Squeeze every bit of air out, drop the chin into Jalandhara Bandha. Hold the breath out for as long as is comfortable. Release everything. Oftentimes it's easier to do a tiny little extra breath out before you do the breath in. If that keeps you from coughing, then apply that practice. All right, moving to the throat, Vishuddhi chakra. Again, if you'd like to use fingertips to help you build your proprioception, 16-petaled dark purple with that drip of Amrit, the purification chakra, the cleansing chakra. And here we'll chant hum, 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 keep going. In just a moment we'll end. If you're using Mulbandh, use Mulbandh. If you're comfortable with Mahabandha, all 3 of the locks, we'll do that. And in addition, you're going to use the tongue mudra and the eye mudra, and we're really trying to start to activate that pineal gland in the center of the head. If that feels super elusive, the brow spot also is equally valid. All right, one more hum, and then a full inhale. Use Mulbandh to feel as though you are compressing first, second, and third chakra to redirect energy from things that are not in your best interest into the spinal column. Feel it pierce the heart, pierce the throat, come up into your head.
Now, continue to pulse Mulband deeper, deeper, deeper. Good, release everything. All right, and now we will work with Ajna chakra. 2nd through 5th all have this trigger spot at the front of the body that helps us develop awareness for the actual chakra location. 6th chakra, Bhumaja, has such a strong direct connection to the 6th chakra that you can, if you are unable to have this sense of where the pineal gland is in the head, working with the brow center is absolutely just as valid. An interesting, the pineal gland is an aspect, a part of Ajna chakra. It's the physical manifestation of Ajna, of how Ajna works in our body. There are direct nerve connections to the optic nerve in the eyes. However, there is no connection between the pineal gland and any portion of the brain. It's as though we have our mind that we work with, but then we also have the pineal body, the pineal gland, to connect us in a different way, to operate in a different way. The pineal gland is said to be about the size of a grain of rice. And it is also said that people that meditate get larger pineal glands. So whether now you're working with the brow spot or you can have a sense of this tiny little gland deep inside your head, either one is fine. The imagery for the 6th chakra is a 2-petaled lotus, smoky gray in color, with the symbol of Om in the center. Sit for just a bit longer and see if you can have a sense of pulsing, either at the Bhumaja, the spot between your brows, or deep inside your head. And we're going to chant Om. I'm going to chant in sync with that pulsation. If you feel a pulsing, or if you feel an inclination to chant at a different rate, follow your instinct. Let's inhale and start. Om, 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 Om. Perfect. And now we're going to use either Mulband or Mahabandha. Deep inhale. Exhale. Compress the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd chakras with Mulband and redirect energy into your spinal column. Feel it pierce the heart, the throat. Pierce Ajna chakra. Eyes roll up. And release. We're going to do that one final time. And this time, once we're in the posture, I'll have you contract and never release Mobund, but contract it a little more deeply, back off, contract it a little more deeply, really visualizing the spinal passageway and feeling as though you are redirecting the energy that you normally use for remembering all the bad things that happened in your life, all the things that you stress or worry about, all the external cravings, longings, desires, all the ways that we feel we need to change ourselves in order to be good enough. Just unplug all of the energy that goes into those activities, and let's recycle that energy into something better. So here we go, full inhale. Exhale. Squeeze those chakras. Feel as though they're magnetically drawing energy away from the negative. Pull it into your spinal column. Squeeze every bit of air out as the energy moves through the spine, piercing the heart, piercing the throat, piercing the third eye. And then squeeze Mobund more, squeeze more, squeeze more, squeeze more, squeeze more. Great release out of that. Take a few minutes to either relax on your back, or if you are enjoying this mental state, then you can stay upright and meditate. Nice little gong relaxation. Back, go ahead and wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a few deeper breaths. Maybe Maybe roll your wrists, roll your ankles. Stretch through your whole body. Rub the soles of your feet together, palms of your hands. And drop your knees from side to side and come back up to seated. All right. To finish up today, we're going to use a technique called Trataka. It falls within a category of a purification technique, panchakarma, and other things that are in this same category are like neti pot or even yogic enema. So this is supposed to be as profoundly cleansing as those what we think of as more physical practices. Also, this is a meditation technique in the tantric tradition for activating the pineal gland. For, like I said, some people are supposed to have larger pineal glands, and this is one of the practices that allows that to take place. As we work with the pineal gland, our ability to concentrate improves, our ability to stay in this place of awareness and attention is enhanced, and we are able to access universal, you can just call it electromagnetic energy, just like the radio waves and visual waves that we're able to perceive. I think that working with the pineal gland lets us access other wavelengths that we currently don't know that we can pick up. Okay, so Trataka, we've done this oftentimes with two particular visualization objects. It's, the technique is simply just gazing at something for as long as you can until your eyes start to water. Some people try and push through that eye-watering stage. I personally don't. So you can use a candle. If you do use a candle, you need to make sure it's at least an arm-length distance away so it doesn't hurt your retina. We've also used yantra, and I know many of you have your own yantra to use, so have that at the ready. But another common object is just a black dot. So I think probably everybody can come up with a black dot. I'm going to use my little Buddha that was a gift from Brian many years ago. And you want to cultivate stillness in your body. And you're going to cultivate stillness in your eyes as we become very single-pointed and still in our physical body, in our eyes, and then that calms the agitation of the mind. I was going to say one other thing. I'll say it after. Okay. So find your object. And gaze at your object. Some people take time to differentiate between how your eyes are focused. It may be more compelling for you to have a sort of broad, soft focus, eyes partially closed. You're going to keep your eyes open as much as you can, minimizing the blinking. So there is some research that indicates that not blinking is empowers the pineal gland. At the point at which your eyes start to water, go ahead and close your eyes and gaze at the afterimage created by your Trataka. I'll be quiet for the next few minutes. Each time that your after image is gone, do your best to enhance it. Refocus your eyes with them closed, and when that can no longer happen, then you open your eyes and gaze at your object again. Wherever you are in the practice, close your eyes, ground your palms of your hands together till they're hot, And then cup them over the eye sockets, releasing any tension or strain that the practice might have triggered. And if you like, you can open your eyes into the darkened palms, or just take your hands away and open your eyes that way. So one of the the beneficial parts of spending a lot of time on each one of the energy centers is that we have the option to develop the practices on our own day to day. So of all the techniques, Trataka, that gazing technique, is the most powerful one for the pineal gland. So if you can, 3 to 5 minutes a day, longer if you are so inclined and have the time, see if you can work on that gazing technique on your own. And until then, we'll see you next week. Let's do a long Satnam to end. I bow to the innate wisdom in each of us. Satnam, Namaste, Shalom. See you next time.